John Schutt performing the national anthem here at Great American Ballpark tonight in Cincinnati. The national anthem sponsored by Patriot Pavement Maintenance, simplifying pavement maintenance for industrial, commercial, and educational clients. The starting pitching matchup next on The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Ron Coomer here for TimberTech Decks. I've owned TimberTech Decks for many, many years. It still looks brand new. Season after season, party after party. The summer months, outdoors is where we like to enjoy having company. And the TimberTech Decks have been incredible. The #1 premium composite decking brand. It looks like natural wood, but without all the costly maintenance that goes into it, you do not have to do that with TimberTech. Order free samples at timbertech.com.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Tulsa is my home now.
Academy Award nominee Sylvester Stallone stars in the Paramount Plus original series, Tulsa King.
This distillery is a very interesting business. We got to know the enemy.
From Taylor Sheridan, co-creator of Landman.
What are you saying? I'm all right. If you think you're going to take me out, it's going to be really difficult.
Tulsa King, new season streaming September 21st, exclusively on Paramount Plus.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
BC Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Cubs in Cincinnati. Who are you banking on? Is sponsored by BC Bank. Building business, growing wealth since 1868. I'm banking on Ian Happ. 60 career games here in Cincinnati. 18 home runs, 50 RBIs, and a .295 batting average. The pitching matchup is sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. So Shota Imanaga going for the Cubs. 9-7, a 3.29 ERA, while fellow left-hander Nick Lodolo will be on the hill for the Reds. He's 8-8 with a 3.30 ERA. It's time for baseball in Cincinnati. Cubs, Reds, Pat, Ron. Next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Spiegel and Holmes on your ride home. Afternoons 2 to 6 on The Score.
Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be. With high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees. Other books may charge you just to get on the field. But with Circa Sports, you can swing away with every bet. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $650 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through October 31st, 2025.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. Join Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman, and me for every Cubs game on 670 The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
He drives one in the air, deep left center. Back goes Cruz. It's got a chance. Gone. Home run, Dansby Swanson. High fly ball, deep right field. This ball's got a chance. It is gone for a home run.
And if you live in the Chicago area, also on the free Odyssey app.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico. And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Ian Happ.
Base hit into right. Cubs win the ball game. Ian Happ, a game-winning single.
It's Pete Crow Armstrong.
Gone! Three-run homer, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Hey, it's Kyle Tucker.
Kyle drives one in the air to right field. That ball is gone. It's a three-run homer.
Yeah, this is what you came in for. You got the Cubs game on the score. Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benny's Beverage Depot, Nissan, Benjamin Moore, Hefty Trash Bags, Laturo Tire, James Hardy Building Products, AARP, Sea Glass Wine, Volvo, Sloan, Xfinity, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Coomer with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from the Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. It's time for Game 2 of this 4-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Cincinnati Reds. Good evening, everybody. Along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. It's a steamy late summer night here in Ohio, 84 degrees. Clear skies, no wind at all. Feels like it's right in the middle of summer instead of at the very end. Left-handers will get their starting assignments tonight. Shota Imanaga pitching for the Cubs. Nick Lodolo starting for Cincinnati. Good crowd on hand. Not going to be a sellout. We had about 18,000 here last night. Similar to tonight, it would appear. Starting lineups are brought to you by Verizon, the most reliable 5G in Chicago. Let's take a look at the starting nines. For the Cubs, leading off at second base, Nico Horner. Ian Happ in left. Seiya Suzuki is the right fielder. Carson Kelly catching and batting cleanup. Justin Turner, the designated hitter. Dansby Swanson at short. Carlos Santana batting seventh and playing first base. Pete Crow Armstrong in center. And batting ninth at third base, the rookie Matt Shaw. Those are the Cubs. Here are the Reds. T.J. Friedel will lead off in center. Noelvi Marte in right. Miguel Andujar, the designated hitter. Batting fourth in left field, Austin Hayes. Spencer Steer batting fifth and playing first base. Ellie De La Cruz at shortstop. Key Brian Hayes is batting seventh and playing third base. Jose Trevino catching and batting ninth, the Reds' second baseman, Matt McClain. So there you have the lineups. The umpires are already getting into position. Chad Whitson will call balls and strikes. David Reckley, the crew chief, working at first. Brian Walsh is the second base umpire, and Edwin Moscoso working at third. We are ready to go. A long-time rivalry, the Cubs and the Reds, dating all the way back to the 1880s. Back to get this one underway right after this on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs memories are made right here with Pat, Ron, and Zach on the Cubs Radio Network.
You won't want to miss this. Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Dear Autumn, fall into great value in a new Toyota, like the toughest nails Tacoma, the sleek all-hybrid Camry, or the versatile RAV4. Find yours today. Toyota, let's go places.
What's up, football fans? Picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. If this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's second chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. Try a first touchdown scorer wager with confidence today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. Illinois only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER 426-2537 or by texting ILGAMB to 53342 in partnership with Paradise Hotel Casino.
It's game time. Time to crack open a Yingling. After 196 years, the wait is finally over. Yingling is available here in Illinois. Look for it at your favorite bar or store. Yingling, the oldest brewery in America, Pat. And, you know, for one of the oldest franchises and a great rivalry here, Cubs and Reds. Yesterday, one of the better pitching games I think I've seen in a very, very long time.
Cubs ran into a buzzsaw. Hunter Green was magnificent. A one-hit complete game, and he was still throwing 100 miles an hour in the ninth inning. Tonight, it's Nick Lodolo, tall southpaw. Lodolo's 6'6", weighs 215 pounds. Nico Horner will lead it off, and we are ready for baseball. Thank you for joining us. And the pitch on the way to Nico is in for a strike, and away we go. Game time temperature, a warm 84. Sponsored by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Your trusted local experts, Four Seasons. Lodolo coming back. Nico takes a breaking ball for a strike. Ron, if you were in that lineup for the Cubs against Lodolo, what would be your plan?
Well, I think he's one of those guys, as you said, 6'6", kind of slings it up there. So to me, you really you gotta pick a side of the plate here early.
Swing and a miss at a breaking ball in the dirt, and that's out number one. The ball in the dirt. Trevino, the catcher, lobbing it down to Steer to officially record the putout 2-3. It is a strikeout. Just underway, one down, and the batter is Ian Happ.
Lodolo, you know, it's really, he's got two different fastballs. He's got a four-seamer and a two-seamer, but both of them move pretty good. He's got a curveball, and that's the pitch he just threw to Nico in the change. To me, left-handers have done better against him. You really got to try to make Lodolo stay on the plate and not chase the ball that fades off the plate, that slinging two-seamer that runs off the plate. And the same thing with that changeup. I would really try to get the ball inside against him, and then I would look to pull the ball.
Ian Happ takes the first two pitches, both in there for called strikes. So Lodolo doing nothing but throwing strikes. All five of his first five pitches in the zone. Just underway. Again, no wind at all. Here's the 0-2. Happ dribbles one to the right side, slowly hits Steer, the first baseman, makes the play unassisted for out number two. Cubs wearing their traveling uniforms, the gray shirts and trousers, red numbers on their backs. Blue hats, helmets, sleeves, and socks. Most of the guys wear white shoes. The Reds in their City Connect, all black home uniforms. Black shirts and trousers, red numbers on their backs, and a red stripe going down the side of the pants leg. Most of their guys wear the white shoes as well. Two down, nobody on, top of the first. Seiya Suzuki, the batter. Seiya 1 for 3 last night. Had the Cubs only hit A double against Hunter Green, and it came relatively late in the game in the 7th inning with 2 down. Lodolo coming back 0-1. Inside, almost hit him. So the uniform description, sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. Fastball strike. Ron, the last time we saw Lodolo back on August 4 at Wrigley, he left the game in the 2nd inning, you'll recall, with a left index finger blister, and he missed 23 games.
Yep.
Here comes the 1-2. Lifted foul and out of play.
So you look at his numbers and you look at Green's numbers. And so you've had Green miss 2 months of the season and Lodolo miss 3 weeks of a season. If these two guys stay healthy, where are the Reds in the standings, as far as the wild cards and all of that, if they're healthy?
They're probably inside of the race,
right?
Instead of outside looking in.
I think so.
Inside to Seiya, 2-2. No score, just underway, 1st inning. Base is empty, and the tall left-hander Lodolo comes back. Low, a breaking ball, 3-2. Lodolo did not have a good game his last time out against the Oakland Athletics. I guess they're called just the Athletics this season. But he was roughed up, gave up 3 home runs and 6 runs in 5 1/3 and suffered a loss. Swinging a foul back by Seiya. That was a game out in Sacramento. We were there in April. The ball really carried. I can only imagine it carries even more in the summertime.
As warm as it is there in Sacramento now. Oh, my.
Lodolo has split his 16 decisions, 8-8. A good ERA, not great, but 3.30. He misses low and inside. It's a walk to Suzuki, and the batter is Carson Kelly. Beautiful Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, 404 to dead center. It's a good hitter's park, especially on a warm night like this. 328 down the line in left, 325 down the line in right, 379 left center, 370 to the alley in right center. And the pitch on the way to Kelly, way outside. 2 sections of fencing from the left field foul pole out to deep left center. It's 12 feet high. And then it's just 8 feet high from deep left center all the way around to the pole in right. Here's the pitch, popped up foul down the right field line and back out of play. Fans still arriving at the Great American Ballpark.
Quite a few Cub fans, as we and I were talking right before the ball game. You see a lot of blue shirts down and behind that left field part of the stands and behind the Cubs dugout on the third base side.
Cubs 6 games behind Milwaukee in the division race. The Brewers' magic number down to 4. Fastball away to Kelly. Cubs trying to clinch that top wild card spot. Their magic number is 5 over San Diego. Any combination of 5 Cubs wins and San Diego losses will give the Cubs the top wild card. Driving to left center field, a base hit toward the alley. That ball's going to be cut off deep by Friedel. Rounding third and heading home and trying to score. The throw to the plate is in time, and out at the plate is Seiya Suzuki. Kelly gets a double. Quentin Berry waving Suzuki. De La Cruz has a great arm at short. He was the cutoff man, and the play not really that close at home. We'll talk about it when we come back. No runs on a hit, a man left after a half. Cubs nothing, Reds coming up. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday on Rahimi, Harris, and Grody, 10 a.m. to 2 on The Score.
Change is always happening, but no matter what changes in 5 years, there's one thing that will stay the same: the price of your internet. With the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included, for a price that stays exactly the same. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Oh, yeah!
That couldn't have been.
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed. Yeah, a.k.a. you're in a Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Hey, folks, Coom here. Since teaming up with the fine folks at Yingling Beer, I've heard this question a lot. Ron, how has Yingling managed to be around for 196 years? Well, it comes down to one thing. They brew great beer. Simple as that. It takes real quality to become the oldest brewery in America, and Yingling's been doing it right since 1829. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, Flight by Yingling, they all have the same commitment to flavor and craftsmanship. Yingling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs radio network, DG Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, PA.
Car accident? Call D&W right now. Slip and fall? Call D&W right now. Any accident at all? Call D&W Law right now. Don't hesitate. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
Left-hander Shota Imanaga on the mound, 9 wins, 7 losses. Former Japanese star with a 3.29 ERA. He goes to work and delivers a strike for TJ Friedel. Let's give him a new initial there. These are live broadcasts. Here comes the 0-1 from Shota. Lefty to lefty, Friedel will swing and miss. Ron, what are the keys for Shota tonight?
Well, I think, first and foremost, you talked about it earlier in the first inning about the ballpark, and I think this is important for Shota. He's a fly ball pitcher, and you've got to have good command of his fastball and that split, and not just the split can't hang, and the fastball to me has to be in a good location. High, deep fly balls in this ballpark have a tendency to go out of the ballpark.
Friedel swings and misses. Strike 3. Good breaking ball. Lefty to lefty. That slider ended up outside. 1 down. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers. Brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
I think that's the case when any fly ball pitcher comes into this ballpark. You have to be aware of that because, you could give up 3 home runs, and in any other ballpark, they could be outs, but not here.
Noelvi Marte, the batter, hits a high fly ball to center. It's got routine written all over it for Crow Armstrong. Out number 2. And the batter is Miguel Andujar. The Reds are still alive. Just like the Cubs, they've got 9 games to play, including the one we are watching right now. Cincinnati is on the outside of the wild card race, 2 games behind the number 3 wild card team, the Mets. Arizona also 2 back, the Giants 3 back. But it is getting late in the season. Here's a pitch to Miguel Andujar. It's inside for a ball. We were talking last night, when you're down to this point, you feel like you have to rip off some kind of a winning streak.
Yeah.
5, maybe 6 in a row, or 8 out of 10, something like that. Otherwise, you're just not going to be there. Here is a swing and a foul down the right field side.
Yeah, you got to jump a couple teams. It's difficult, that's for sure. First inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated. Speed Gun also, that's powered by Xfinity. Seriously powerful Wi-Fi. Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
Andujar takes inside, 2-1. Great to see some Cub fans in attendance. Many blue shirts and hats and even some full uniforms. Wearing Cubs gear, lots of fans here. The 2-1. Lined foul, deep to left and out of play. Not much room in foul territory here. Between the bases and the grandstands on either side, maybe 40, 45 feet. Not much room right behind the catcher to the backstop screen either. About 40, 35, 40 feet. Dribbler foul, right side. So many things about this place, Ron, make it a very good hitter's park.
Yeah, this is one of the best hitter's parks in all of baseball. I think when you look at Colorado being number one, just because of the way the ball carries, the size of the park, it's a lot of hits. This park is also a very good park to hit in.
Swing and a miss by Andujar. We were talking last night about the game being an oddity, being a pitcher's duel at the Great American Ballpark. Another thing I realized when it was over, not a single home run.
How about that? Wind not a factor. It's very hot and humid, and the ball flying in batting practice.
You're going to have a home run here in about 90 to 95% of the games.
Yep.
Tom called Kelly out to
very
talk
good
with.
meeting by Kelly. He went out there and shot out to the mound real quick, called time. The pitch clock was ticking down to 0, and he just shot out there so you didn't lose a pitch. The count is 2-2. You'd much rather pitch to 2-2 than 3-2.
That's a guy whose head is in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2-2 to Andujar. Fouled away off to the right out of play. There's a reason why many catchers become managers and coaches and broadcasters.
There's no doubt. I think the catching position has more responsibility and understanding of our game than any other spot.
Deep drive to left. This is trouble, and it's long gone. Miguel Andujar blasting a home run deep into the seats in left. Cincinnati leads 1-0. His 10th of the year, and it was a no doubt about it blast.
It's one of those pitches, he catches it right on the barrel. They want this fastball inside and up, and Imanaga gets it right where they want it. He gets it up and in the inside corner at the very top of the zone, and sometimes the hitter just puts a perfect swing on a pitch, and that's exactly what Andujar did, and he hits a long home run.
His 43rd run batted in. Reds lead 1-0. Austin Hayes, the batter, chops it foul.
One thing when you're watching now, you're paying attention. I think you got to pay attention to the red hitters, the right-handed hitters, if they're looking for and cheating for that fastball inside. So you've given up one ball on a perfect pitch, a home run to left, and now the next pitch gets pulled way foul, and another ball's been pulled way foul. You got to be aware of that. Maybe change the program a little if they're cheating on that ball inside.
There's a backdoor curve in there for a strike to Austin Hayes. Two guys with that sound-alike Hayes name, not related. Key Brian Hayes. That's 7th in the order. Austin Hayes, the cleanup batter, will take down low. Austin Hayes scored the game's only run last night. He's a 15-homer man. Right-handed batting left fielder. And the 1-2 from Imanaga. Fastball is inside. 2-2. He got the first 2 outs relatively quickly. He's really had to struggle against these last 2 men. Shota ready and deals 2-2, and it's high, ball 3.
Austin Hayes does something that not many hitters in Major League Baseball do these days, and that's hit with no batting gloves.
How about that? Now the 3-2. Hayes hits it fly ball to right, playable for Suzuki. Coming in, waiting, and squeezing to end the inning. But Miguel Andujar gives the Reds the early lead with a long home run. At the end of 1, Reds 1, Cubs nothing on the score. And the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to Present You signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that Future You can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward Future You with a future flight. Sign up for Rapid Rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All Rapid Rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Imagine having your skull detached from your spine to save you from paralysis. When Phil came to Northwestern Memorial Hospital, his spine was digging into his brainstem, but our team developed a plan to rebuild his spine.
Nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Medicine is pioneering treatments for the toughest conditions. Incredibly, Phil was walking just days after surgery.
As Phil's nurse, I'm proud to be on a team that's changing lives.
Northwestern Medicine, better.
Hey, Pat, did you know Catch Des Moines has a bunch of videos and lists called The Best that highlight all the local favorites around town?
Yep, I'm looking at some right now. Best tenderloins, hidden gems, steak de Burgo, and spoiler alert, 2 of our favorites. The iCubs and State Fair made the best family fun list.
With all that stuff to do, I'm going to need to find a best place to take a nap.
Hopefully someplace soundproof to cover up your snoring.
You know what else they say in Des Moines? Only the S's are silent.
Plan your trip at CatchDesMoines.com. James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Top 2, Reds 1, Cubs nothing. The second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, delivering crisp, refreshing flavors that hit every time. Huh?
All right, Zach. Justin Turner first up in the Cubs' second inning. And the first delivery by Nick Lodolo is in there for a strike. Cubs leadoff man in the first inning, brought to you by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Nico Horner would have gotten a base hit, Benny's would have donated $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Down low for a ball. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Turner, Swanson, and Santana against the lefty Lodolo. Swing and a miss, threw a fastball right by him, and the count 1-2. Defense shades Justin to hit the other way. Defensive alignment sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment, material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. And the pitch. Turner will check his swing and foul it back.
It's kind of funny right now. I'm looking out at the infield, and I'm like, did the Reds get extra fielders? Because the umpires are wearing black and gray pants, and they're wearing black shirts, black pants. It's like, I didn't know they changed the rules, and they get 3 extra defenders.
Here comes the 1-2, poke foul off to the right. How about if one of the teammates, without looking, fired a ball right at an umpire?
Yeah. He may, I don't know if any of them can catch, but it sure would be funny.
Or possibly painful.
Yeah, well, it's going to be, yeah.
Here comes the 1-2 to Turner. Justin checks. Did he go? Yes, he did. Tried to hold up, couldn't do it. And that's going to be out number 1. Strikeout number 2 for Lodolo. Before Swanson steps in, we step away 10 for ID. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Swing and a miss by Dansby. Swanson 0 for 3 last night. Lodolo from Southern California. Graduated from Laverne High School. Actually, in Laverne, California, Damien High School, same high school as Mark McGuire, the former Cardinals slugger.
Were there some other celebrities from that high school?
Yes, there were, and thanks for asking. Reds pitcher Frank Pastore.
There you go.
Also went there. Here's a drive to left center field, pretty well hit. Back toward the left center field fence, and that ball is gone. Dansby Swanson with a home run to left center ties the ball game 1-1. Just to the right of the 379 marker, that ball landed in the Reds bullpen. And Dansby, with his 23rd home run, has gotten the Cubs back to even here in the second inning.
Now, we talked about how this ball really carries in this ballpark. Dansby gets a fastball down and in. He didn't miss it. He hits this ball a ton to left center field. Long home run for Swanson, and the game is tied.
76 RBIs for Swanson. Carlos Santana, Zach Zaidman's guest on the pregame show, swings and misses. Carlos wearing red batting gloves on either hand, switch hitter batting right-handed, and he'll swing and miss. So the Cubs, it took them into their 11th inning in the series to get on the board. Sometimes that first run loosens up everyone, or at least it seems to, Ron. And then the next few runs come very quickly.
Well, this is the ballpark to get right in. It's a great hitter's park, and you got 4 ball games of hot weather to hit in here in Cincinnati.
400-foot home run by Dansby Swanson. Another hefty home run. I may have added a hefty. Here's a swing and a foul off to the right out of play. Sometimes you just get on a hefty roll and you keep it going. Hefty is the official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, strength that's anything but ordinary. Now the 1-2 to Santana. Dribbled foul toward third. Ron, you were talking about other famous grads.
Yeah.
From Damien High School in Laverne. We mentioned Mark McGuire, big league ball players. McGuire and Frank Pastore. And a rock and roll guitarist. Now, I know you're probably a big fan of him. I'm not that familiar, but now Dave Abbott, our engineer, is a huge music fan.
Yep.
Here's a pitch up and in. But the rock and roll guitarist, he goes by the unlikely name of Buckethead.
Excuse you?
Buckethead.
Buckethead. That's the dude with the chicken bucket thing on his head, right?
I'll say yes. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. A swing and a miss by Carlos Santana. Well, it sounds like you should have reported it. You know more about him than I do.
No, I remember the story from years ago. It's a chicken. It's a bucket of chicken thing on his head, right?
Yeah, it's a KFC bucket of chicken without the chicken, just the bucket on his head.
So were they performing one night and they sent out for chicken? It was a late night gig, perhaps, and they scarfed it down, and when the bucket was empty, plop on the old head. Is that how it worked?
Well, funny you should ask.
Okay, here we go.
In an interview with Guitar Player magazine, Buckethead said, quote, "I was eating it," meaning the chicken. I put the mask on, because he also wears a mask like Michael Myers from Halloween.
Well, who doesn't? Here's a pitch in there for a strike.
And then to add to that, to accentuate the mask, he wears a KFC bucket on his head. And he went to the mirror and said, "Buckethead, that's Buckethead right there." It was just one of those things. After that, I wanted to be that thing all the time.
Okay.
Lucky fellow. Here's a pitch outside, and the count now 1-2 on Pete Crow Armstrong.
I'm glad I've never had one of those that thing moments in my life. Ooh, boy.
It sounds like he was happy with the name. There's a pitch outside. It's 2-2.
He came up with it himself. Yeah. Imagine that.
And he's still performing at a high level, Zach? Is that what we're to understand?
He's performing.
It's 2-2 and a pitch to Pete. Line drive, base hit down the right field line. Over to pick it up is Marte, and he'll hold Pete Crow Armstrong to a single. Even though Pete was hitless last night, Ron, I thought he had some quality plate appearances against Hunter Green, and now he lashes out a single. He might be ready to get hot.
Yeah, he's, yesterday he hit the line drive to right that was caught by Benson, that sliding catch, and that was a bullet. He also hit the scary line drive ball off the head of the Cubs' designated hitter,
Moises Ballesteros.
And we thought he was going to leave the game. He stayed in the game. But
Pete Armstrong running, the throw to first, and the throw now down to second. Pete overslides the bag and gets tagged out. He went in head first. He never looked back. He took off for second. He got there before the throw did, but he overslid the bag, and that's why he was called out by the second base umpire, Brian Walsh. So it'll go 1-6 on the putout, I believe, even though he would have been safe had he not overslid the bag. We'll sort all this out. The inning is over. The Cubs get a run on 2 hits. As we go to the bottom of the second inning, Cubs 1, Reds 1 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Start your mornings with Cubs Talk. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on The Score.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds, like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get 1.99% APR on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Offers end September 30th. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Sloan has been providing restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years, and we're proud to now expand into the concourse with our brand new bottle fillers that provide clean drinking water for Cubs fans all season long. Learn more at Sloan.com.
Hey, baseball fans, now at Verizon, they are knocking it out of the park with low prices. Locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch, and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay, plus taxes and fees. Only on the network you can count on. Slide into your local Chicago Verizon store today.
$20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speed. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply.
FinishingChicago.com for the industry's best drywall finishing, wall covering, glass systems, signage, and painting contractors. Rely on FinishingChicago.com.
Thursday, September 25th is Hispanic and Latino Heritage Night. Fans who purchase tickets at Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Hispanic and Latino Heritage jersey. Be here for it, Pat.
Spencer Steer leads off and swings and misses at the first pitch by Imanaga. Here comes the 0-1. It's high for a ball. 1-3-4 on the putout of Pete Crow Armstrong, but it's a shame that he just started to slide a little bit too late, Ron. Otherwise, he would have actually been safe, despite it looking very much like he was picked off. He was going to be safe had he not overslid.
Yeah, he goes head first into the bag. He does go in late and then does that little pull the left hand back and use the right hand to go into the bag, but he just kept going right over the top of the bag and ended up sliding over the top of it.
Game tied at 1. Each team with a homer. Miguel Andujar for the Reds. Dansby Swanson homering for the Cubs. Lights are on. Still plenty of daylight here. A warm September night, 84 degrees. And the 2-2. Just up and inside a little bit. Ball 3.
All reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion's always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
And the payoff pitch, check swing, foul back. We'll do it again. Cincinnati in a battle for that third and final wild card spot. So they know that their margin for error is getting very slim. Cubs trying to reduce their magic number of 5 to clinch the top wild card spot in the National League. A swing and a foul back near our booth and out of play.
I just saw some numbers about Cincinnati just now, and it surprises me that they're way down at the bottom. They're 24th in the league in home runs.
Playing here
in this ballpark. That would be a problem. They need to do better than that, playing in this ballpark.
3-2 to Steer. Popped up. Foul. Might be playable for Santana. It is a sliding catch in foul territory in front of the first base coaching box. Carlos Santana with a very nice play. Good hustle. That's out number 1.
39-year-old still got some wheels. He takes off running and makes a nice play. Sliding in front of the Reds dugout.
He's got a good attitude for the game. He always has, and that's one reason he's still playing at the age of 39, I think, Ron.
Absolutely. And it's still a very strong guy. Boy, you watch him hit and take batting practice. He hits the ball as hard as anybody and can hit it a mile.
Ellie De La Cruz, the batter. We'll play the attendance game, the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game as we move along. De La Cruz 0 for 3 last night. Swings and fouls it back. It took a bite out of the home plate umpire, Chad Whitson.
Direct hit. I think it got him either in the mask or way up high. Take another look here on our monitor. Right in that collarbone area, but pretty well protected. Didn't got a lot of the chest protector, so that's a good thing.
De La Cruz hit leadoff most of the year. Now he's down in the number 7 spot. He's been ice cold. Swings and misses 1 and 2. He's gone 43 games without a home run and 180 at-bats without a home run. He's got 19 for the year. Here's the 1-2. Cracked foul off the netting above the Cubs' third base dugout. To his credit, Ron, he still is playing every single day. He hasn't missed a single game all year. His defense still seems sharp and short. But he's in a homer drought. Now the pitch down low and a hitting drought, too.
Yeah. You know, that's the thing. You know, for young players, they get in the league and they have some success. There's no doubt they get incredible athletic ability. And then the league adjusts to them and you know, starts figuring out where their holes are in their swing. And then for the young guys, the big key is them making the adjustment.
Just inside 3-2. And for a manager, you like his defense and his athleticism. He's a good base runner and base stealer.
Mm-hmm.
But Terry Francona has dropped him from leadoff down to the number 6 spot in the order. And now the 3-2. Taken high, ball 4, but now he's on. And he's a threat to swipe a bag.
Should have tried to go with that up and away fastball and run the fastball away and just got away from him a little bit. And now you're right. Now you got to deal with De La Cruz on the bases.
35 steals. He's been caught 7 times. And he'll be held by Santana with Key Brian Hayes at the plate. A swing and a high pop fly shallow center. Pro Armstrong racing in. Swanson backpedaling and making the catch in shallow center, and that's out number 2. 2 gone. The batter, Jose Trevino.
Key Brian Hayes, another guy that's came over to Cincinnati, and that will be one of the projects for the Cincinnati group, is to see, because Key Brian Hayes is such a good defender at third base, can they figure out the issues he's got and get him swinging the bat, you know, and being a productive offensive player?
He sure was a few years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
The left-hander Shota Imanaga ready for the 1-0 pitch. Short lead by the big man De La Cruz at first. They've got him picked off. Beautiful move. He's being run towards second and now tagged out by Nico Horner. Beautiful pickoff by Shota Imanaga. Score that one 1-3-4. So both the top and bottom of this second inning end with a 1-3-4 putout. Kind of odd. We go to inning number 3. Cubs 1, Reds 1. This is the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Since 1962, Fitzgerald Equipment has kept businesses moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service. Featuring heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by heli. Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
It started with one car 70 years ago, when the first Volvo car arrived in the U.S. Since, Volvo has helped redefine safety. From the 3-point safety belt to side impact airbags, a whiplash protection system, and blind spot assist, innovations that have saved millions of lives and made summer memories safer for generations. Celebrate 70 years of safety. Visit your local retailer for the Summer Safely bonus event going on now.
Join Great Lakes Credit Union's mission of banking for a greater good. As a nonprofit financial institution, Great Lakes Credit Union invests in local communities while offering the services of big banks. Learn more at glcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your Rapid Rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for Rapid Rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All Rapid Rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Matt Shaw's on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com.
All right, Zach. Fans were giving a standing ovation to a venerable Cub fan celebrating his 100th birthday here today.
Yeah, World War II veteran, 100 years old today here at the ballpark.
And he had a big smile and stood up and acknowledged the crowd. In fact, he told them to cheer more. If you're in the mood, keep on going.
Yeah, there you go. When you're 100, you can kind of say whatever you want.
Matt Shaw will lead off this third inning. No balls and 2 strikes on Matt. He hits a high pop fly, left side playable, angling over toward the line as De La Cruz. Foul territory, makes the catch. And that's going to be out number 1. Game tied at 1 in the third. Here's Nico Horner.
And we're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Last night's attendance, 18,500 and change. We're going to make our Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game guesses here during this half inning. Nico Horner lines one into right center, a base hit. Let's see if he's going to go for 2. Nope, it's backhanded by Marte, and he gets it back in. 1 out single for Horner. Let's see if that starts a rally.
Now, once again, Nico just red hot as we're getting down to the end of the season, and you're looking for guys come playoff time that are swinging the bat well. You found one there. Your second baseman is absolutely scorching hot here over the last 3 weeks or so. And, boy, it couldn't come at a better time.
So his 12-game hitting streak ended last night, but maybe this hit will start a new one. Here's a drive to left. Going back is Hayes. It's over his head. It's off the wall. Horner racing toward third, getting the green light. He is going to score, and the Cubs have the lead. Ian Happ with a double off the wall in left center. Nico Horner read it perfectly, Ron. He knew instantly that that ball was going to be over the head of Hayes, and he scores standing up, and the Cubs have a 2-1 lead.
Boy, and that's exactly right, and a great base running. And Nico going into third base was expecting to get sent, and then you're going to have to shut him down. He goes flying around third, and he just cruises into home. They do make a throw, not even close. Big swing of the bat for the Cubs, and Ian Happ to drive in the second run.
Ian with his 74th run batted in. Here is Seiya Suzuki. Swinging and missing. Cubs with their first lead of the game and of the series as they try to even things up after losing a tough 1-0 decision last night.
I like that the Cubs right-handed hitters, we talked about this right at the open. You got to get that ball from the inner half of the plate and look to pull the baseball. The right-hander, Swanson's ball into the bullpen in left center. Ian's double into the gap in left center. The only ball that's been hit well the other way was Nico, and he had a single the other way.
Suzuki awaiting the 1-1. Swings late and misses it. Didn't seem to see that ball real well. Takes off his helmet, calls time. That swing just had a peculiar look to it.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I don't think he saw that ball very well.
Suzuki with 91 runs batted in. And he'll take a little bit high. Didn't miss by much. I guess that's always been a popular strike two pitch for a left-hander to a right-handed batter. Trying to hit the top of the zone and trying to get him to chase pitches slightly above the zone. The next offering drops low, and the count is 3-2. But a lot of pitchers try to get you to chase that two-strike high fastball.
Very popular, especially, that was one of those things when I was swinging well. I didn't chase the ball out of the zone high. If I was slumping, I was chasing that ball out of the zone.
Seiya takes inside and almost hit him. That's ball 4. 3 straight batters have reached. A run in the bank. Cubs on top 2-1 here in the third, and the batter Carson Kelly.
Kelly singled at his first at bat. Let's see if he can do a little damage. Pretty good size gap in left side. The Reds kind of swing around towards right center field. There's a lot of space down the left field line, which is kind of odd.
Kelly looks at a strike. I'll start the guesses in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. 20,002. The tall left-hander Lodolo glancing back at the runner Happ. The pitch popped up foul and out of play. Now it's 0-2 on Carson Kelly.
Carson got a pretty good pitch to hit there. He's looking for that ball in and just popped it up foul straight back. I know by the look on his face, he wanted to put that last ball in play.
Runners take their leads at first and second. Kelly swings and misses, strike 3. Speed pitch got him. Justin Turner will try to come up with a clutch 2-out base hit here.
Turner last at bat got pitched inside a few different pitches. Check swung twice at a ball up and in. See if he gets a little better look this time. Cubs could use a big swing of the bat from JT.
Fastball away. Game 11 in the season series between the two. They've split the first 10 right down the middle. Exactly. Cubs were 3-3 against the Reds at Wrigley. They are 2-2 here in Ohio. Turner takes high. Okay, now it's 2-0. You've got an advantageous count. What's the thinking?
I'm looking for a fastball, and I'm looking inner half, but I'm definitely looking fastball, and I'm looking to pull this pitch is what I'm looking to do against Lodolo.
And the 2-0. Swinging a foul back.
Lodolo made a very good pitch on fastball, but that's that running fastball, and it was up and away, just off the plate outside.
Tough to lay off that one on 2-0.
Yeah, you're swinging. You see fastball, and you're trying to be on time with the speed.
Tall left-hander ready. Glances back at the runner Happ. And the pitch to Turner. Swung on and missed. 2-2. Turner trying to drive in a run right here. The Cubs have taken a 2-1 lead. But this is one of those parks where you want to build up as many runs as possible. It's a great hitter's park. 2 outs, 2 on, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Turner is gone, so are the Cubs. They settle for 1 on 2 hits and a walk. Leave a pair, middle of inning number 3. Cubs 2, Reds 1 on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Start your mornings with Cubs Talk, Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on the score.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. This super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. You bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. T&Cs apply.
The President's Cup is coming to Medina Country Club September 22nd through 27th, 2026. Join us as the top U.S. and international PGA Tour players compete for their country. Tickets are on sale now at presidentscup.com.
At Wintrust, our approach lets Cubs fans show their pride anytime, anywhere. With the Cubs debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, you don't just swipe, you make a statement. It's like a megaphone for your wallet, broadcasting Cubs pride with every transaction. Visit wintrust.com/Cubs to choose an eligible account and score your Cubs debit card. That's wintrust.com/Cubs. Wintrust, different approach, better results. Cubs debit card is not available at all Wintrust Community Banks charters. Member FDIC.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, a leader in comprehensive orthopedic care. Visit ibji.com for locations.
Bottom three, 2-1 Cubs, 81 degrees right now in Cincinnati. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Bet like the pros and download the Circa Sports app today. Pat?
Jose Trevino, first up in the bottom of inning number 3. Right-handed batting catcher, hitting .249. Takes high for ball 1. Cubs lead 2-1. Imanaga's next pitch pulled foul on the ground. Shota working with the lead now for the very first time. In horse racing, they say that a horse is a good front runner. If it gets out in front, it holds on to the lead. Here comes the 1-1. Fly ball to right, pretty well hit. Back goes Suzuki, backpedaling, makes the catch. Near the right field wall. That ball really carries to that part of the park. And that's out number 1. But you like your pitchers to be good front runners as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Once you get that lead, you'd love to see guys hold on to it.
Yeah. Nice play by Suzuki, running right up to the wall and straight right. That's a very short porch when you go straight back into the right fielder, probably 340, 350 to that spot.
Matt McLean will take inside. The light's now beginning to have some effect.
I'm going to make my guess at 23,500.
McLean slumping this season, hitting in the low 220s. And that's why he's batting 9th in the order.
I'm going to go 22,200.
I think we are locked in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. The next offering is outside, 2-1. Same 2 teams again tomorrow night, same time as this evening. 5:40 Central. Fly ball, left center field, well hit all the way back and long gone. Matt McLean homers to tie the game. Over the 379 marker in left center. Going by plenty, his 15th of the year. And the game is back to even, tied at 2.
Now Shota tries to come inside with that fastball. It's about mid-5. He gets it inside. It's on the inside corner or close. But I really believe this Cincinnati ball club, the right-handed hitters are really trying to get to that fastball inside from Shota, and they've been on time with a few of them. And not only the balls that have been hit out of the park, but there's been a few, balls hit foul down the left field line that they've been on that were in off the plate.
28 home runs allowed by Shota this season. Fly ball to deep right center. This one is playable for Crow Armstrong, makes the catch. In deep right center, a step off the warning track. And that's out number 2. Game tied at 2. And the batter is Noelvi Marte.
We were watching batting practice today and yesterday, and the ball just really flying here in this ballpark. I mean, there's some balls hit that are going out of the stadium in right field.
28 homers allowed in 137 innings of work. That's a few more than you'd like. as long as the great majority of them are solos, as they've both been tonight. Here's a dribbler toward first, over toward the line, gloving Santana. Shovels to Imanaga in time. Shota a little tardy getting over, but he got there just in time to take the throw and skip out of the way of the runner. Score that one 3-1. We go to inning number 4. Cubs 2, Reds 2. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Matthew Boyd. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Enjoy comfort all year. Fireplace and Chimney Authority offers expert chimney cleanings, gas fireplace service, and even grill maintenance. Keep your home safe and ready for any season. Your trusted local experts are at fireplaceandchimneyauthority.com.
Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be. With high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees. Other books may charge you just to get on the field. But with Circa Sports, you can swing away with every bet. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Get Jossified at Brian Joss Chevrolet in Elbert. Get 2.9% APR for 72 months and 2025 Silverado Crew Camping Horns. Chevrolet, together let's drive. Plus tax, title, license, and dock fee to qualified buyers with approved credit based on $15.15 per 1,000 finance. See dealer for details. Expires 9/30/25.
Hey, it's David Hoffer, Chef IQ. You know the feeling when you're about to cut into a juicy steak and hope it tastes as perfect as it looks? That sounds delicious. Worry no more. The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates undercooking or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat, whether on a stovetop, oven, or grill. The probe is inserted into your food, connected wirelessly to an app. Once you select your desired doneness, the app alerts you when to take the steaks off the grill or the turkey out of the oven. It's that simple. Order one now on chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
The out-of-town scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Pirates leading the A's 3-1, bottom of the 4th inning in Pittsburgh. Spencer Horwitz has an RBI double for the Buccos. The Braves all over the Tigers, 6-0 now. Top of the 4th in Detroit. Ronald Acuna Jr., a 2-run shot, his 18th.
Dansby Swanson swings and misses. Zach, 0-2.
Ryan Mountcastle goes deep for Baltimore. The Orioles lead the Yankees 1-0. Bottom of the 2nd inning at Camden Yards. And Francisco Lindor with a single. And that ends up leading to a run as Pete Alonso scores on an error. Mets with a 1-0 lead over the Nationals in the last of the 2nd.
Swanson strikes out to lead off the 4th inning. And the batter now is Carlos Santana.
And top of the 1st in Tampa, the Rays and Red Sox are scoreless. Huh?
3rd consecutive strikeout for Lodolo and his 6th in the game. And the batter is Carlos Santana. This ball game is tied at 2. Top of the 4th, 1 away, nobody on. And the pitch to Santana, bouncing ball to 3rd. In the hole is the shortstop De La Cruz. He's got a good arm. And his throw in plenty of time to get Santana 2 down.
Well, he made that play look pretty easy. Ball was deep in the hole. He catches this ball, stands up almost like a quarterback.
Yeah.
And then just throws a bullet across the diamond with no real effort at all. Excellent play.
2 down. Pete Crow Armstrong, the batter, lefty against lefty. Pete shows bunt, pulls the bat back, and takes a strike.
This 4th inning is sponsored by Wintrust, home of the exclusive Cubs debit card. Member FDIC, EHL lender.
Pete needs a home run to become the first Cub ever to have 30 homers, doubles, and stolen bases in a single year. Ever. And this franchise has been around since 1876. Shallow at 3rd is Hayes. Lodolo deals. Dropped down to about 3/4 sider on. A sinking fastball is swung on and missed.
That's nasty. And he had velocity to it, too. 94 miles an hour, ball running and sinking. and starts out behind your back. Lodolo 6'6".
And the next offering, just a little bit outside. He's making his 27th career start. This is a career high. 27-year-old Nick Lodolo. Went to Texas Christian as a collegian. His breaking ball is low and outside.
The Cincinnati group is, they get a couple pieces this winter, and you start talking about their pitching staff, and they stay healthy. They're going to be tough in the National League Central for the next few years, that's for sure.
3-2 to Pete. Bouncer slowly to the left side, barehanded by Hayes. And the throw to first, not in time. Not in time. The ball dropped by Steer, trying to keep his foot on the bag. He fell flat on his chest, trying to make a backhand catch of the throw from the third baseman, and the first baseman, Steer, could not hold on. That should be a base hit, I would say.
Yeah, very difficult play as, Ke'Bryan Hayes comes over, and as you said, Pat, bare hands this ball, and Steer never was on the base, and the ball is dropped, so it will be a base hit for Pete, so he's 2 for 2 in the ball game. Now we'll see if he takes off. He got picked off in his last time at first.
That Shaw takes down low. For Armstrong being held by Steer at first.
Pete last time, it's actually officially a caught stealing. He was thrown out at second.
Swing and a miss. Shaw was trying to launch one that time. So Pete's been caught 8 times with 35 successful steals. Boy, there's a huge hole on the right side of the diamond for Matt Shaw. It's a 90-foot gap. Now the 1-1 from Lodolo. Shaw swings at a changeup, doesn't get it. The ball ended up low and outside. Shaw just a little over-anxious looking so far tonight. Now he chokes up, tries to put it in play with 2 strikes. Tie game, 4th inning. Lodolo makes a pickoff throw, certainly not his best move. Marte, the right fielder, only about 40 feet off the line as they play Shaw to hit the other way. And the pitch, drilled in the air, left field. Did he get it? That ball is gone. 2-run homer, Matt Shaw. Cubs lead 4-2. It jumped off his bat. He kind of golfed it, Ron. The pitch was really down around the knees, and he drills a line drive home run to left, and the Cubs lead 4-2.
Now it's an off-speed pitch in the middle of the plate, and as you said, Pat, it's down. And he does. This ball, he hits it, it's down and in, and he just smokes this ball. As soon as he hits it on the barrel, it's gone. The ball is just jumping here. And Matty Shaw giving the Cubs the lead at 4-2. Or actually, 4-2 on a very nice swing, and that ball down and in.
Number 12 for Shaw. He has 42 driven in. So the infield single by Crow Armstrong keeps the inning alive, and Shaw gives the Cubs a 2-run lead. That's been a pleasant and recurring theme of this Cubs team all year long, and I'm talking about the bottom of the order, Ron.
Yeah.
Pulling their load and doing some damage and getting some clutch hits. Nico Horner will take outside for a ball.
And RBIs by Cubs batter, sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old.
Another hefty home run. The official trash bag of the Cubs, hefty. Strength that's anything but ordinary. Horner 1 for 2, scored a run his last time. Cub fans still kind of buzzing after that home run by the number 9 hitter, Matt Shaw, his 12th of the year. And he now has 42 runs batted in. Swing and a miss by Nico. Fans like to talk about homers after they are hit. Looked like a low pitch to me. A little more buzzing. Here's the pitch inside. Ball 3 to Horner. 3-2.
A little buzzing, huh?
And the next offering. Popped up foul and out of play. Now, this has been a typical Great American Ballpark first few innings for the Cubs offense. They've driven in their runs all on extra base hits. Solo homer Swanson, RBI double Happ, 2-run homer Shaw. Very typical for this yard. The 3-2 popped up right center, playable. Friedel will make the catch. But the bottom of the order does some damage. A 2-run homer by the number 9 hitter, Matt Shaw. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Cubs 4, Reds 2. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Craig Counsell here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Experience design you feel in every detail, and technology as innovative as it is effortless with Buick. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick now. Buick, exceptional by design. Well-qualified buyers get 0.9% APR financing on 2025 Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners and lessees get $3,000 purchase allowance on Encore GX, $1,000 purchase allowance on Envision, $250 purchase allowance on Envista, and $500 purchase allowance on Enclave. Must be a current owner of a 2011 model year or newer non-GM vehicle, or a current lessee of a 2020 model year or newer non-GM vehicle for at least 30 days prior to new vehicle sale. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 9/30/25.
If you're looking for the opportunity to succeed, the Village of New Lenox offers extraordinary schools, healthcare, and a growing community with a wonderful quality of life. Join the 100-plus businesses that have opened in New Lenox in the last 2 years, and they have more room to grow, whether retail, office, commercial, healthcare, or hospitality. New Lenox is located at the crossroads of I-355, I-80, I-55, and I-57, making it easy to get to, and a place you won't want to leave. New Lenox, nothing short of extraordinary.
There's nothing quite like local. That's why AARP is local, offering free events that can help with finances, family, and fun. Find your local event at aarp.org/il.
League leaders are sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home. Aaron Judge leads the majors in batting average. He's hitting .327.
Miguel Andujar homered his first time. Zach, what else you got?
Cal Raleigh has homered a lot more, 56 times this season, Pat. He's the major league leader. Kyle Schwarber leads the majors in RBIs with 128.
Here's the 1-0, and I would say both of those men, Ron, have a very good chance to be their league MVP.
I guess so.
And on the flip side, Paul Skeens, even after that rough outing against the Cubs the other night, still the ERA leader, 2.03.
2-0 to Andujar, fouled away. What else?
Max Fried of the Yankees leads in victories with 18, and Carlos Estevez of the Royals is the saves leader with 40.
I would say he's done that fairly quietly, wouldn't you?
I would agree.
Now the 2-1 from Shota Imanaga. Fly ball to right, should be playable for Suzuki. Back near the track, that started to carry. And he makes the catch only about 3 steps in front of that right field wall. Man, it's amazing how that ball carries in that direction.
Well, and I would love to see what the dimensions are in straight right. Right center, it's 370. If you go, towards the line a little bit from where Suzuki plays in straight right, and you go back in 340?
340.
345 maybe, so it's not very deep.
Yeah.
When you hit the ball to straight right field.
Austin Hayes takes outside. Flags just hanging on the poles out beyond the left center field fence. Shota Imanaga delivers a swing and a miss by Austin Hayes. Cubs leading 4-2. The White Sox and the Padres are going to be getting underway soon, if they're not already. Here's a deep drive foul to left and back out of play. It's time for everyone to be a scoreboard watcher now. You're down to the final 10 games of the year.
Padres and White Sox scoreless. Bottom of the first on the south side, Pat.
Cubs magic number 5 to lock up that top wild card spot. Fly ball to right, shallow toward the line, going out. Santana in. Suzuki. That ball lands just foul, untouched. Nobody could get there. Horner also in the area, but it was Suzuki who was the closest. And the Cubs lucky that ball just bounced on the other side of the chalk. Foul ball.
Yeah, that ball just missed the chalk line, and it's going to be a ground rule double as the ball bounced into the stands. Hayes ran all the way past second base. He's going to need a 30-second timeout.
A warm night? Yeah, that's a good 40-yard sprint.
Yeah.
My arithmetic may be a little faulty there. Let's see, 180 feet. How about a 60-yard sprint?
There you go.
Now the 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Hayes is out number 2. Good change of pace by Shota. And the batter is Spencer Steer.
Might be the best split he threw all day. That one starts out in the zone and just dives down. That was an excellent pitch by Shota.
Cubs will play 2 more games here tomorrow night and Sunday afternoon. Swing and a miss. Monday is the final off day of the regular season, and then the final homestand at Wrigley. Next Tuesday night, the New York Mets are in to start a 3-gamer. And the St. Louis Cardinals in a week from tonight. Actually, it'll be a day game a week from today. 3 games against the Redbirds leading up to the finish line. All of the games a week from Sunday start at the exact same time. I believe it's 3 o'clock Central.
3, is that it?
Is that what it is? Or 2 o'clock Central, says Zach.
Yeah, I thought it was 2.
Mm-hmm. That's a great idea. Whoever came up with that concept. It adds an element of extra drama on the season's final day. Everyone playing at the exact same time. There's the pitch down low, and it's 1-2 on Spencer Steer. And the 1-2 from Shota Imanaga. Swing and a foul back. Just did make contact. And, of course, the Mets will have a lot to play for starting Tuesday night at Wrigley. They are battling for that final wild card spot right now.
Yeah.
The Phillies have already clinched their division. Swinging a fly ball, left center, pretty well hit, back toward the wall, and that ball is gone. Spencer Steer with a home run. The Reds have hit 3 homers in the first 4 innings against Shota Imanaga. But that's what happens in this ballpark, Ron.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And we talked about it in the pregame show and right as the game started. For Shota, it's going to be one of those things, a fly ball pitcher in a ballpark where the ball really jumps. So the balls that might end up being doubles in a lot of parks end up 3 or 4 rows back. You know, the other thing is the plan of attack for this Reds lineup, the right-handers have been, I am on and looking for the fastball inside and up from Shota.
Ellie De La Cruz will take a strike. Solo homers by Andujar in the first, McLean in the third, and now Steer here in the fourth. Cubs still lead, but it's a precarious 4-3. Fastball missing outside. 1-1 on the big man, De La Cruz. Shota Imanaga ready in the 1-1. Nubbed foul off the end of the stick. What's on your mind on 1 and 2?
I would stay away from De La Cruz, and I would a few more split fingers. I would not throw him a fastball anywhere from the middle of the plate in. I would force him to hit something away.
And the 1-2 pitch on the way. De La Cruz checks his swing and fouls it away.
With a high split finger up and in.
Now the scoreboard telling the fans to make some noise here at the Great American Ballpark. And now the 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 ends the inning. But the Reds get a step closer on the home run by Steer. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment. We go to inning number 5. Cubs 4, Reds 3. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday on Rahimi, Harris, and Grody, 10-2 on The Score. When only the best will do, choose Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. With rich color, smooth coverage, and unbeatable durability, Benjamin Moore is paint that performs. Stains wipe away easily, and the finish stays beautiful for years to come. Available in 3,500 colors and exclusively at locally owned Benjamin Moore stores. Ready to transform your space? Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find a retailer near you. Regal Select, trusted by pros, loved by homeowners.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Summer's almost over, but the heat is pressing on. If you've got battery trouble, stop by AutoZone for free battery testing. It may just need a charge, and we'll do that for free too. If you do need a battery, we've got options starting at just $89.99, and we'll recycle your old battery for free. Now that's a strong start. Don't miss the end of summer sale. Now at AutoZone until September 22nd. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Welcome to Old National Bank.
Hi, I was wondering what you could do for my small business.
Tons. Have time to talk?
Not much. We're in a 30-second radio ad.
Oh, I'll get straight to the point then. Our solutions are customized for small businesses. Our services make financial management simple, and our pricing is always transparent.
Outstanding. Wow.
Yeah. So, ever been in an ad before?
Nope. How do I look?
Good. But we're on the radio, remember?
Right. Hi, Mom.
Customized small business banking from Old National Bank. Member FDIC. Get old.
You deserve a car that thrills you. And Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today.
Take Cubs baseball with you wherever you go in the Chicagoland area with the Odyssey and iHeartRadio apps. Download the apps and search 670 The Score. Top of the 5th here in Cincinnati. The Cubs with a 4-3 lead over the Reds as Ian Happ looks at a changeup low off the outside from left-hander Nick Lodolo. Happ 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI double in the 3rd. The pitch, that's inside, backing Happ off the plate with a slider, should say a fastball. So the count now is 2-0. Happ switch hitter batting from the right side against the left-hander Lodolo, who rocks back and deals. Happ swings, pops it up in front of us, out of play. So 2-1 the count. It's been a typical game that you normally experience here at Great American Ballpark. A lot of home runs. The Reds have hit 3 off of Shota Imanaga. Matt Shaw's 2-run job in the 4th, putting the Cubs ahead. The pitch is low, so Happ has worked a 3-1 count. Dansby Swanson has also gone deep for the Cubs tonight. And now the 3-1. Happ fouls it back off the screen. It's a full count. Connor Phillips has begun warming up. A right-hander in the Reds bullpen. Lodolo at 84 pitches. Here comes number 85. Called strike 3. Fastball right around belt high on the inside edge at 94 miles per hour. Hatch retired, 1 away. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score. The Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
All the Cubs talk you can handle on the Spiegel and Holmes Show. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 670 The Score. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago on Odyssey Sports Station.
Seiya Suzuki at the plate. Nick Lodolo deals, and Suzuki looks at a curveball inside for ball 1. 4-3 Cubs over the Reds. Game 2 of a 4-game set. We're in the top half of the 5th inning. Lefty-righty matchup as Lodolo deals. Suzuki swings, and it's a high fly ball to right. It's playable for Marte, who makes the catch. 2 away.
Lodolo, that three-quarter delivery, slinging that ball up there. When he hits his spots, he's very difficult to hit. But there are times where he'll get a little predictable, and you can start looking for certain pitches, and then hitters have a little better shot against him.
So 2 down. Carson Kelly, the cleanup man at the plate. He looks at strike 1. Fastball on the inner half. About knee high at 95 miles per hour from the left-hander Lodolo. 0-1 the count. 4-3 Cubs here with 2 down in the top of the 5th. Kelly's 1 for 2 with a single. The pitch for the tapper fouled off to the right. 0-2. There's a contingent of Cubs staffers in the booth to our right.
Yeah.
And I feel a lot of pressure. They were looking at me when I sat in this seat as Pat took his break following the 4th inning. And I know they're listening. So we better put on a good show. Hopefully Carson Kelly does something here. We can pump it up a little bit.
I don't know if you realize this or not, but we got 7 million people in our city, so you could, at any moment they could all be clicking into 670 The Score, but no pressure.
No, not at all. But I talk to them
there's
every
4 of them, and there's 7 million in our city, so I'm just wondering if that's a problem for you.
High drive down the right field line, slicing foul out of play.
Because if it is, we got to talk about it.
I feel like we're doing fine.
I sure hope so. Yeah.
I mean, got less than 10 games to go in the regular season. The playoffs are fast approaching.
You've been doing a heck of a job all year. I don't know why it's bothering you now with 9 games left.
Chopper up the middle, backhanded by McClain on the outfield grass, across the body throw, not in time. Infield single for Carson Kelly, his 2nd hit of the ball game. It comes with 2 away here in the top half of the 5th inning, and the Cubs have a 4-3 lead.
De La Cruz playing way around to the pull side. It's short, and that ball chopped just to the pull side of the second base bag. Klain goes way over and gets this ball on the shortstop side, but no real chance to get Kelly. And as you said, his 2nd hit of the ball game.
So here is Justin Turner, the Cubs' designated hitter tonight, right-handed batter. Lodolo delivers, and Turner swings and misses at a changeup. It was a little low, 0-1 the count. Turner has struck out swinging twice tonight. Kelly being held on at first by Steer. Lodolo deals. Turner swings and rips a base hit in the left. And the Cubs have something going here with 2 away. Back-to-back singles by Kelly and Turner. And it'll bring up Dansby Swanson, who homered earlier tonight.
Yeah, and I get a feeling that's going to be the end of the day for Lodolo. As Terry Francona making the slow walk out to the mound.
Yeah, they've had the right-hander Connor Phillips warming up. Francona is yet to signal to the bullpen. He asked for the baseball, though, and that'll be all for the left-hander Nick Lodolo. All opponent pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com. 2 on, 2 out for the Cubs here in the top half of the 5th inning. It's a 4-3 lead over the Reds. 7 million people, huh? This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Ian Happ. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
24-year-old right-hander Connor Phillips is the new man on the mound for Cincinnati. 6'2", 209 pounds. He's 3-0 this season. 16 games, a 3.26 ERA. Cubs threatening, 2 on, 2 out, top of the 5th. They've got a 4-3 lead over the Reds. Dansby Swanson now at the plate. Phillips taking over for the starter left-hander Nick Lodolo. Swanson 1 for 2 with a home run in the second inning. Phillips works on the first base side of the rubber. Looks at second, works his motion and deals. Swanson swings, and it's a line drive to left coming in. And making the catch cap high is Austin Hayes for out number 3. And the Cubs lead 2. Middle 5, Cubs 4, Reds 3 on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Jamison Tyone. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Coom here. Let me tell you one of the things I really like about Yuengling. They brew a beer for everyone's taste. From their traditional lager to light lager, flight, golden pilsner, and even a black and tan. There's something for every kind of beer drinker. So whether you're firing up the grill, watching a game, or at the golf course, there's a Yuengling that fits the moment. Take a look at the lineup next time you're out. You might just find a new favorite. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Hefty Trash Bags, the official trash bags of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, ultra-strong trash bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
On Saturday and Sunday, September 27th and 28th, the Cubs finish up the regular season against the Cardinals. Each day, up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans will receive a special edition Cubs pennant for Fan Appreciation Weekend. Be here for it. Visit Cubs.com/tickets. Bottom 5, Cubs with a 4-3 lead over the Reds. Key Brian Hayes at the plate. Left-hander Shota Imanaga deals up high. Ball 1 to Hayes. Now, Kun, Imanaga has given up just 3 hits tonight. All of them solo home runs, hard-hit balls. Here at the Great American Ballpark. And the 1-0 delivery. Hayes looks at a strike, top of the zone, outside edge, slow-moving breaking ball, 1-1.
What did we talk about in the pregame show today? We talked about, the issue for Shota in this ballpark is keeping the ball in the park and, having good command. He's having a little issue right now with the PitchCom device. But the issue is, 2 things I knew were going to happen today. One, the Reds are going to be trying to be on that inside fastball, that up and in fastball that he's patented, that he throws so well. And if he leaves that ball or leaks it out over the plate, that's where the ball becomes hittable. Tonight, they've hit 2 home runs on actually really good pitches by Shota. But this is a wild park. 2 of those home runs were hit well, but, ended up in the second or third row. Those might be doubles in another ballpark.
The 1-1 is low as Imanaga misses with a splitter. 2-1 on Hayes.
But I think the other thing that's pretty telling is the balls from the right-handed hitters have been pulled foul. That tells you with the home runs and these balls hit foul that's what they're looking for, is that pitch inside, that fastball up and in.
Imanaga misses with a breaking ball off the outside, so 3-1 the count. And this is the way Imanaga pitches. You can't change your style just because you're at a new ballpark. Here's the pitch. That misses off the outside, a little high, ball 4. Brian Hayes draws a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cubs with a 4-3 lead.
No, you don't want to change your style. Shota's been way too good to do something like that. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's been really good for the 2 years he's been with the Cubs. The only thing you got to do is just make sure that you mix up your pitches and you can throw some fastballs away and not just always pound that ball in. The up and away fastball can work. And then throw the fastball. If you think they're on that fastball inside, just keep moving it farther and farther in. Keep letting them hook it foul.
Jose Trevino looks at a fastball up high. The next pitch misses inside, a splitter. Imanaga looking frustrated on the mound as he swipes at the baseball that's thrown back at him from Carson Kelly. 2-0 the count on Trevino.
Yeah, he's had a couple splits that he's thrown, and he's a little frustrated with the results of the split fingers.
And the pitch. That's a called strike. Fastball right down the middle, belt high, 2-1.
Shota is somewhat of a perfectionist with that split finger in particular. He really knows what he wants it to do, and when it's not doing that, that's a problem.
A throw to first gets past Santana, bounces off the sidewall, fielded by Santana. The throw to second is wide and backed up by Swanson. Sliding into second base is Hayes. And now the Reds have the tying run in scoring position with no one out here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Be an error on Shota on the throw to first base. Brian Hayes takes off for second base. Now the Cubs will do a little different defense as Santana comes in playing even with the grass at first.
Trevino grounds one on the right side, fielded by Horner. His throw to first is in time. That's out number 1. Moving to third on the play is Hayes. The first out, sponsored by Xfinity, your home field advantage, brought to you by Xfinity, all your favorite teams, all in one place.
Torino with a productive at bat using the other side of the field and getting Hayes over to third with only one out. Now the Cubs on defense will play the infield in and try to cut down this play at the plate. Or this run at the plate. Brian Hayes at third will be going on contact.
Matt McLean swings and misses at a splitter that darts low. 0-1 the count. McLean hit a monster home run to left center field his last time up. One of 3 home runs on the night for Cincinnati against Imanaga. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Called strike. Splitter right along the outside edge near the bottom of the zone. 0-2.
2 perfect split fingers by Shota to get strike 1 and strike 2. See what he goes with here on 0-2. You're looking for the strikeout or a ground ball to the left side.
Hayes at third. Here comes the 0-2. A swing and a miss. Strike 3. As Imanaga uses the splitter for a third time to get McLean 2 away.
Well, we just said he was a little frustrated with the split with 2 of them in a row. And that's how Hayes ended up at first base. And then all of a sudden he got the feel for that split. He threw 3 in a row on the outside corner, at the knees, away. Perfect pitches by Shota.
TJ Friedel now stands in, and the pitch. Called strike, fastball, top of the zone, 0-1. The corner infielders playing in for the Cubs, relatively so.
Yeah, they're playing in just to make sure Friedel swings and not letting him just bunt and drive this run in on just a bunt.
Pitch misses up high by Imanaga. Fastball, so 1-1 the count on the left-handed hitting Friedel.
I like this play with Shaw at third base to squeeze Friedel just a little bit. To know you just don't get a free pass to bunt and drive this run in with 2 outs.
Hayes at third, 2 away. Shota long set, the 1-1. Misses up high with a fastball. 2-1 the count on Friedel. Crowd being prompted to make some noise by the video boards in the outfield. They do for a brief second. Here comes the 2-1. Looped to the left, a base hit. Reds tie up the ball game. Coming in to score, Brian Hayes. RBI single, TJ Friedel. 4-4 Cubs and Reds here in the last of the fifth.
The leadoff walk comes back to hurt Imanaga. As the leadoff walk, then an error pushes Brian Hayes to second, and Shota walking off the mound back behind the mound towards second. A little frustrated right now because he knows he's made some really good pitches in this inning to get the strikeout, to get to 2 outs to McLean, and then Friedel just dumps it in the short left.
Now time called. Cubs pitching coach Tommy Hotovy out on the mound, along with interpreter Edwin Stanberry. Marson Kelly up there as well, talking to Shota Imanaga. Home plate umpire Chad Whitson walking up and now breaking up the meeting. He wants to resume play here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. 2 down, 4-4 game, Cubs and Reds. The go-ahead run, Friedel with excellent speed at first base. Noelvi Marte will stand in, right-handed batter. He's 0 for 2 tonight.
Now you gotta expect that here in the middle of the ball game, Friedel will probably try to take second base. Does not have a big lead at first right now.
And the pitch. Marte looks at a ball low, a splitter that missed, 1-0. Friedel with 12 stolen bases this season, being held on by Santana. Big hole on the right side of the infield for Marte. The pitch. He swings, lines one, caught at short, right on the edge of the outfield grass by Dansby Swanson for out number 3. But the Reds tie up the game on the soft liner to left by TJ Friedel. 4-4 Cubs and Reds after 5 on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Spiegel and Holmes on your ride home, afternoons 2 to 6 on the score.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that Future You can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward Future You with a future flight. Sign up for rapid rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All rapid rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Over 25 years ago, Invesco QQQ rethought the investing landscape by providing access to NASDAQ's 100 most innovative companies, all in one ETF. What's ahead for the next 25 years? Could it be flying cars, neural implants, electric planes? Nobody knows for sure. But one thing's for certain. You can gain access to that progress with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 Index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc. Hefty Trash Bags, the official trash bags of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, ultra-strong trash bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Michael Bush is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Huh?
All right, Zach. Michael Bush, as you say, pinch hitting for Carlos Santana. Undoubtedly, Michael will stay in the game defensively and play first for the rest of this game. Right now, he's trying to start a rally in a 4-4 game. 6th inning. Next offering, low and inside, 1-1. A lot of action in the first 5 innings tonight. Cubs have had home runs from Dansby Swanson and Matt Shaw. The Reds have hit 3 solo home runs. There's a strike to Bush. The Reds' home run hitters, Miguel Andujar in the first, Matt McLean in the third, and Spencer Steer in the fourth, which makes it a very typical game in this ballpark, Ron.
That's exactly right. You just kind of expect the long ball being part of the plan here in this park.
1-2, low and into Bush. Throw Armstrong on deck. Plenty of Cub fans here. In fact, it seems like more fans have arrived in the last few innings. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Sharp breaking ball got him. And Bush is out number 1. Phillips getting the strikeout. And Crow Armstrong is stepping in. Pete has singled twice and scored a run. Shallow at third is Key Brian Hayes. Let's see if Pete can get a hold of one. He swings and chops it foul. You can only imagine, Ron, if he played 81 games in this park, think how many home runs he could hit.
Yeah. This is one of those ballparks for a left-handed hitter. If you pull the ball and get it elevated, man, he taking a little time, hit this ball off his right foot and inside part of his foot. Didn't hit the shin guard. It got him right in that instep of the foot. You could hear it hit his spike.
Here comes the 0-1 now to Pete Crow Armstrong, way outside. You think about some of the left-handed batters they've had here in the past, like Joey Votto, Jay Bruce. And they were good hitters, but their numbers were even better in this park. Here's the 1-1, fouled away off to the left out of play.
Yeah, this is I'll tell you, this ballpark too, for a right-handed hitter, this really makes you a good hitter because, they start spinning balls away from you, pitching you away. You use the other side of the field. It just makes your swing so much better. And you can hit that way with power. And you had a ball straight right field over the right fielder's head right now. It's 340 to the outfield wall, would be my guess. 340, 345.
And a nice warm night. The ball is carrying. Pete takes strike 3 called. He thought it was down. Pete argues briefly with Chad Whitson, the home plate umpire, and he's not a big arguer. He thought that pitch was low. We haven't seen it yet, Ron.
Yeah, we'll take a look here. That's on the inside corner, and it gets, Pete did not see the ball that well. It hits the corner inside.
When he sees the replay, he'll see that it was a strike and a good call. 2 down. Here's Matt Shaw. Shaw with a 2-run homer his last time up. That's the biggest blow for the Cubs in the game. Curveball buckles his knees. It's in there for a strike. The White Sox jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the second inning over the San Diego Padres. This curveball dips low and outside. It's 2-1. And the Cubs' magic number down to 5 to clinch that top wild card spot. Very achievable.
Yeah.
Fastball is inside. Cubs have 9 to play. So do the Padres. Any combination of 5 Cubs wins and San Diego losses, and the Cubs will be the number 1 wild card team regardless. The 3-1, strike 2 called.
Well, there's something about that playoff atmosphere at Wrigley Field, isn't there? Really looking forward to that. I'm hoping that we get quite a few ball games in Chicago come October.
The first step would be the wild card series. It'll be a best of 3. Pop fly to shallow center, routine for Friedel. Drifting in, the little left-hander makes the catch. Cubs do nothing in the 6th. On to the bottom half. Cubs score. This is The Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans. It's Pete Crow Armstrong. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, welcome to Everything Outdoors. Can I help you find anything?
Hey, yeah. Can you point us to the camping gear?
Sure. Aisle 2.
How about fly fishing? Just bought a new Nissan Pathfinder, and we're ready to get back to it.
Aisle 7.
Snowboarding? Our Pathfinder's got intelligent 4x4, and we want to hit the backcountry.
Oh, aisle 18.
And where are the boats?
Back of the store, but are you sure you can do all this?
Oh, yeah. Up to 6,000 pounds towing. We're good to go. Oh, where's the scuba department?
Return to rugged in the 2025 Nissan Pathfinder. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com. Available intelligent 4x4 cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Towing capability varies by configuration. See owner's manual for important safety information. For well-qualified buyers, example 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand finance. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 9/30/25.
The folks at Tito's Handmade Vodka have been dog people since day one. Inspired by strays found around the distillery, Tito's has been committed to supporting pets and their people through the Vodka for Dog People program. Tito's amplifies the work of animal-focused nonprofits across the country and beyond, focusing on low-cost spay and neuter services, affordable vet care, and adoptions. Between countless yappy hours, events, and dog-friendly workspaces, there's a reason Tito's is the vodka for dog people. Distilled and bottled by Fifth Generation Inc. Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
We're gearing up for another season, and you can too at Suits 2020 at Niles. More than just suits, casual wear, sportswear, and more. Suits 2020, the latest fashions at the lowest prices.
Porter Hodge now on the mound. I see the White Sox lead is 2-1 over the Padres. They're in the fourth inning on the south side. Here a 4-4 tie. Bottom of inning number 6. Andujar, Austin Hayes, and Spencer Steer batting for Cincinnati. First pitch to Andujar is a strike. Cubs out hitting the Reds 9-4. The Reds out homering the Cubs 3-2. Next offering misses 1-1.
Pitching changes by the Cubs with Porter Hodge entering the ball game. That's sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Next offering is a strike 1-2. Andujar with a solo homer on a fly out to right. Right-handed batter waiting. Porter Hodge, big strong right-hander. Brings it. Breaking ball lifted, fouled off to the right, out of play.
And what's been on tap here in the 6th inning, sponsored by Flight by Yingling, the next generation light beer. And for the Cubs, it's been Dansby Swanson and Matt Shaw. I put a couple balls in flight tonight. Cubs may need a couple more to win this ball game tonight, Patrick.
The 1-2 fouled away. Just thinking about scoreboard watching run. As a broadcaster, it's kind of a favorite thing to do this time of the year. How is your game going, and how is the other guy, the other team that's battling for a spot that you're battling for, how are they doing? How about for a ball player? I'm wondering now, as an active player back in the day, here's a pitch up and in. I know when you're on defense, you can't be looking up at the scoreboard after every pitch to see how the other team is doing. But would you find yourself kind of just casually glancing at the out-of-town scoreboard?
Yeah, because you do get some time on the bench when you're not hitting, if you're playing in a game.
Strike 3 called. Andujar out on a good breaking ball, out number 1. Game tied at 4, 6th inning. And the batter now is Austin Hayes, Ron.
This ball had a little bit of cut to it right on the inside corner. Very nice pitch by Porter Hodge. Hits that inside corner. But I think, when you get to this point, you'll be sitting on the bench, in between your at-bats before you take the field in every inning. And you may take a glance up there to see what the teams that you're either chasing or that are chasing you are doing in the ball game.
4-4 game. Now, would they have games of out-of-town ball games in the clubhouse so you could go in and actually watch to see how other games were going?
Usually not. Okay. Usually you try to keep your game on, unless it's like the final day of the season maybe or something. Yeah. But you really want to keep your focus on your own game is usually the case. But, I don't know how it is now. It's been a little while since I've been down there.
0-2 to Hayes. Bounced over the mound. Charging near second. Horner gloves it. Running throw. The throw offline. And safe at first is Hayes. The ball must have slipped out of Nico's hand. His throw sailed on him, and it did not have much on it. It's like he lost the grip as he started to throw, Ron.
Yeah, I think he catches this ground ball, and then he gets the palm ball, where that ball, instead of staying in your fingers, it rolls down into your palm of your hand, and you almost like throw that shot put type throw over to first. And because he really didn't get a grip on the ball at all, it'll be a base hit.
Spencer Steer will take a strike. Hayes at first. Austin Hayes being held by Michael Bush. Cubs and Reds in a 4-4 tie. Good fastball. Best one he has fired so far. In for a strike. 0-2. What do you like here?
I always like when Porter Hodge is pitching and he's throwing his fastball where he wants to. That's a great pitch. He's rushing it up there about 97, 98 miles an hour.
Infielders looking for a ground ball. Here's a pop fly foul out of play, right side. We're going to take a look at a little baseball history as we move along. This date in baseball history brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. Now's the time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. This ball is low and outside for a ball. A young Cubs infielder by the name of Ernie Banks on this date in 1955 hit his 5th Grand Slam of the season.
Wow.
It established a major league record, the most Grand Slams by a player in a single year. Now the 1-2, low and outside. Great save by the catcher, Kelly. That ball had wild pitch written all over it. Carson backhanded the ball on a short hop pick. Beautiful play. Joe Cowley, there's a name from the past. 1986. Pitched a no-hitter on this date as the White Sox beat the Angels. Here's a deep drive into left center, in trouble. Back toward the left center field fence, and that ball is gone for a home run. Spencer Steer with his 2nd of the game and his 20th of the year. And the Reds have taken a 6-4 lead.
That's a hanging breaking ball. And, once again, it's one of those balls that's hit. Goes right over the 379 mark, but, it only lands 2 rows deep. And it's one of those balls at a lot of ballparks. That's probably just an extra base hit. Or it's caught by Pete Crow Armstrong, but it ends up in the 2nd row.
Ellie De La Cruz hits one to deep left, and that ball is gone. Reds go back-to-back on consecutive pitches. Ellie De La Cruz ends his drought. It's his first home run in 44 games. Opposite field to left. Looked like it hit the top of the wall and bounced up into the stands.
It's just a high fastball up and away, and Cruz goes with it. And it does. It hits right on the top of the wall and bounces into the stands. And once again, that's that thing where the ball just carries here, and it ends up going out of the ballpark.
And the Reds have opened up a 7-4 lead here in the 6th inning. Tommy Hodeby out to see about Porter Hodge. Reds have hit 5 home runs in the game, and the homers have accounted for 6 of their 7 runs.
Now this is, you kind of expect it when you come here. We did not see that yesterday, but we certainly are tonight. The long ball is playing a huge factor in this game.
Key Brian Hayes takes a strike. For De La Cruz, his 20th of the year. He has 83 runs batted in. Low and outside, 1-1. Reds have scored in every inning except the 2nd. And again, they are playing long ball tonight. 5 home runs. We're only in the 6th inning. Now the 2-1 from Hodge to Hayes. Swing and a foul back. Getting back to Joe Cowley. I was reading about his no-hitter. Came against the Angels. There were 2 oddities about the no-hitter. One, the game finished on a ground ball double play, which you don't see in a lot of no-hitters.
Yeah.
And the other thing, it was Cowley's final win in the big leagues.
Oh, wow.
A no-hitter for the White Sox. He finished his career with the Phillies the following year and had a record of 0-4. Key Brian Hayes takes high for ball 4, and Hodge having a very difficult 6th inning. And the batter is Jose Trevino.
Hodge struck out Andy Hard to start the inning, and then single, 2-run homer, and now walk to Hayes.
Swing and a miss by Trevino, the catcher, with a count of 0-1. He has lined out and grounded out. Cubs are down by 3, but a lot of baseball left. We're only in the 6th inning. Here's a deep drive into right center field. Back is Suzuki with a play, makes the catch for out number 2. And that ball was dangerously close to home run territory.
Yeah, that was to the track, right at the track in right center.
Three runs in, 2 down, a man at first. Matt McLean at the plate. And he'll look at a strike on a breaking ball. Cubs started the trip by sweeping the Pirates at PNC. They lost last night and having a hard time tonight against Cincinnati. Ball 1 outside, 1-1.
The one thing about this Reds team, and Terry Francona is their manager, they get a lot to play for. They're still in the playoff hunt.
Swing and a miss by McLean. Cincinnati in a battle for that 3rd spot. 2 behind the Mets. They're tied with Arizona. The Giants are a game behind both Arizona and the Reds. But again, there's time. This is game 154 for both of these teams. 8 more to play. Down low for a ball, and the count 2-2. Inevitably, Ron, teams will go down to the last day of the season, and somebody needs a win to win a division or to win a wild card spot. It's almost funny. You play 162 games. You'd think something or almost everything would be settled by game 162, but that's not the case.
Right, yeah. And very seldom is. There's always a division race. There's always a bunch of wild card spots in the last weekend.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. But the Reds score 3 home runs by Steer with a man on, and a solo by De La Cruz. We go to the 7th inning. Reds 7, Cubs 4. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Ian Happ here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
From the first pitch to extra innings, Sea Glass is your invitation to relax and recharge. As the official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sea Glass brings the refreshing flavors of California's Central Coast to wherever you are, whether it's in the stands or on the couch. So pour yourself a glass and slide into your coastal state of mind. Look for Sea Glass in the wine aisle at your local retailer. Sea Glass, official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Hi, this is Dave Musil, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Do you have a plumbing emergency? Call Four Seasons. An electrical emergency? Call Four Seasons. A heating or cooling emergency? Call Four Seasons. Same-day hot water tank installation needed? Call Four Seasons. Need a whole home generator? Call Four Seasons. We guarantee same-day installation on all heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs, and no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays.
For all the right reasons, call it 664 Seasons.
Fall is a time for football, falling leaves, cozy fires, and of course, a fresh haircut at Great Clips. Whether you want a whole new look for the season or just a trim on a cut you already love, the skilled stylists at your local Great Clips salon are ready to bring it to life for less. With convenient online check-in, you can stop in whenever it works for you. And with the affordable prices at Great Clips, you'll save money for fall fun too. So what are you waiting for? Download the app today and get a fresh haircut for fall at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
You'll score big with everyday deals at Suits 2020 in Niles. From men's suits and formal wear to sports and casual wear, 2020. We're more than just amazing suits.
Top of the seventh in Cincinnati. Reds 7, Cubs 4. The seventh inning is sponsored by the new Volvo XC90, designed for life. Pat?
All right, Zach, a new pitcher in the game. Nick Martinez for the Reds, right-hander, facing Nico Horner. Nico trying to crank up a rally with Happ and Suzuki to follow. Cubs trail by 3. Horner tonight 1 for 3. Martinez comes back. Here's a high fly ball, shallow, medium deep left center. Routine, though, for Hayes, and it's out number 1. Austin Hayes hauling it in. 1 gone. And the batter is Ian Happ. Nick Martinez made 26 starts, but he really struggled as a starter, and he was sent to the bullpen, and now he's going to make his 11th bullpen outing. Overall, he is 10-13 with an ERA of 4.63. So you know he's had some hard times all year long as Ian Happ takes a strike. Happ 1 for 3 with a third inning RBI double. And the next pitch. Hit in the air, right center field. That's going to be in there for a base hit. Marte gloves it on 1 hop and gets it back in. And Ian Happ has a 1-out single. And let's see if that leads to bigger and better things. Suzuki stands in. Seiya has walked twice and flied to right. Let's see if he can get on to get the tying run up to the plate. Plenty of Cub fans here. Thousands of Cub fans here. Seiya backs away from some inside heat. It's almost like about 5,000 people arrived once the game began. Lower deck is almost completely filled. Here comes the 1-0. Seiya with a check swing foul. Now it's 1-1. Cub fans ready to make a lot of noise before this game is over. The stretch by Martinez, the right-hander ready. A long set. And now the 1-1. Seiya takes a strike. And a spinner that time, 1-2.
Breaking ball. Starts out up, hits the outside corner about knee high.
Right-hander to right-hander, the 1-2. Seiya gets jammed and fouls it away. Well, as a hitter, you've seen 5 or 6 innings of ball, and the ball has been flying out of here. We've had a total of, 5 home runs for the Reds, 2 for the Cubs. So more than a homer per inning, combining both teams. Does that change the way you're thinking as a hitter? Here's Seiya taking up and in, and the count now 2-2. I'm not talking about a drastic change, but slightly.
Absolutely. You're definitely looking to get the ball elevated on a day like this, as opposed to, because most of the time you want to get the ball in the air and you want to drive the ball.
Seiya hits a big bouncer toward the middle. McLean, the second baseman, gets it, steps on the bag and throws to first. Double play. The Cubs are going to challenge that call. McLean stepping on second. Threw the ball to first. David Rackley, the umpire, called him out at first. I thought for sure. And now Craig Counsell is going out to talk to Chad Whitson, the home plate umpire. Craig might be challenging both plays, if I'm reading the signal right, Ron.
I would agree. I think he's going to challenge the play at second.
Both the play at second and the play at first.
There you go. Yep. Play at second and the play at first. They're both close. And why not? You got the challenge. You're using it, so you might as well have them take a look at both plays.
Okay, so the first one, yeah, he got him at second base, so that one is out. And the throw to first is going to be safe. That's the way I'm seeing it. You agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree. Absolutely. Play at second base was a nice play by McLean. The play at first, not all that close, actually.
I was surprised when he flashed the outside at first as well. Whenever there's a managerial challenge involving instant replays, they take a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. I'm surprised this is taking this long. It was not even close, really, at first.
After review. The call at second is confirmed. That runner is out. The call at first is overturned. That runner is safe. Chicago retains their challenge.
David Rackley, the crew chief at first, probably a little embarrassed that he had to admit that he had missed the call. 2 outs and a man at first. Carson Kelly, the batter. I see Moises Ballesteros, I believe, in the on-deck circle. Let's see if Kelly can keep the inning alive. 7-4 Reds. 6th inning, 2 outs and a man at first. Swing and a pop-up. Foul, playable for Hayes. He's got it. Cubs don't score. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Reds 7, Cubs 4 on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Every strikeout and home run is heard right here on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Pull up to Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee and shoot your shot at big wins for Sweet Ticket September. Play with your rewards card for entries. Score triple on Drawing Thursday. Win slam dunk prizes like cash, reward plate, and tickets to see the Milwaukee Bucks in action. Sweet Ticket September. You ready for this? Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Okay, guys, be honest. Are you a man who landed a career, built a family, and tackled other big goals, but then realized at some point you stopped having guy friends? You're not the only one. And now 2 organizations in Chicago are teaming up to help. AARP Chicago and Men Living have created a virtual series that invites men 50 and older to meet and create friendships. It's free, virtual, and designed to make it easier for men to connect. It's from 2 to 3 p.m. on September 3rd, 10th, and 24th. For more information and to register, visit aarp.org/il.
Hi, it's Lou Manfredini for the Gilkey Window Company. I've been talking about these windows for 25 years. The Gilkey family has been making these windows for 45 years. They make, in my opinion, the best windows and doors you could put in your home. I put them in my home. You can do the same now during their summer special. Get $375 off each window, $1,000 off their really nice patio doors with no money down. Call 888-3-GILKEY. That's 888-3-GILKEY or visit Gilkey.com.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now on ChefIQ.com. That's ChefIQ.com.
Bottom of the 7th inning in Cincinnati, Reds 7, Cubs 4. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Pat?
All right, Zach, former Red Taylor Rogers now pitching for the Cubs. Big, tall, long-legged left-hander facing T.J. Friedel. Reds on top 7-4. First pitch, bottom of the 7th, in there for a strike. 0-1. Friedel struck out, flied out, and singled to drive in a run. Corner infielders play shallow against him. Rogers deals. This pitch dips down low, and the count 1-1. Here's a swing and a drive foul down the right field line out of play. Much bigger crowd than we thought. 25,584 are here tonight. Again, both teams hoping to play beyond game number 162. Cubs a guarantee they'll be in the playoffs. It's just a matter of where. exactly where they fit in. Here's the 1-2. It's down low. Reds 2 games back behind the Mets for the final wild card spot before play began tonight. And now the 2-2. Big bouncer back to the mound. Routine for Rogers. Takes his time. Throws to first. Out number 1. Noelvi Marte coming up.
Good start here in the 7th for Rogers. Made some really good pitches. Breaking ball. Just missed down and then made another good pitch just to get the little chopper right back to the mound. And now the big key for Rogers, just keep the ball in the ballpark and keep the Cubs right where they're at. Give them a shot here in the 8th and 9th inning.
Marte has flied out, grounded out, and lined out. I think Zach is going to have the attendance figure and the winners in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Speaking of which, Ron will be naming the toast of the game ball players coming up in the 9th inning, and that also is sponsored by Benny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Cubs out hitting Cincinnati 10-7. But the Reds on top 7-4. And the next breaking ball misses, and the count 2-1 on Marte. And the next pitch in there for a call strike. 2-2.
Good little crossfired fastball. That last one starts out in and then comes back over the inside corner. Good pitch.
The wave is starting to ripple around the stands. Swinging a smash foul past third. Have you been part of many waves, Ron?
No, I can't say that I have. I have.
Fly ball, pop fly foul might be playable. Rushing down the line is Matt Shaw to make the catch. And that's out number 2. You've probably been at the ballpark and seen many waves.
Seen them many times. I can honestly say I haven't been to a lot of baseball games in a very, very long time.
As a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Yeah.
We
worked in a lot of them. Played, worked, broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
I think we lead the league in games attended. I don't think any fan has his feet there, do they?
No. I haven't missed too many over 43 years.
I'm at 38 years. One of my 39 years. Yeah, I don't think we've missed a lot.
Here comes the 1-0. A swing and a bouncer to third. It's going to be a foul ball. Foul ball. Short hop by Shaw, but it didn't count. Now you just feel so happy that you're able to say something like that.
Yeah.
That you've actually been involved in big league baseball for years and years, decades, multiple decades.
Yeah. Yeah, 40 years, right, for you in the big 43 years.
30 with the Cubs.
Yeah. This is 30 years for me. Yeah, good ones.
Swing and a miss by Miguel Andujar. Zach joined us for the 18 season, so this is 8 Major League years. Am I right there?
Correct, but I'm not even in your team picture when it comes to attendance.
Here's a bouncing ball to third, fielded by Shaw, plants the feet, makes the throw, gets him, and that ends the inning. Nice 1-2-3 inning for Taylor Rogers. We go to the 8th inning. Reds 7, Cubs 4. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday, and Rahimi, Harris, and Grody 10-2 on the score.
For over 60 years, Fitzgerald Equipment has kept Illinois and Wisconsin moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service, featuring heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by Heli. Fitzgerald Equipment, material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Ask Lakeview Insurance in Lakeview if Auto Owners make sense for you.
One text, one snap, one scroll is all it takes to be game over behind the wheel. You drive, you text, you pay. Think you can beat distractions in our retro arcade? Visit itsnotagameillinois.com.
With great deals coming this Prime Big Deal Days, October 7th and 8th, greatness is a deal away. So if you love baking, you can get a deal on a new mixer, transforming you into the Lord of the Loaves.
Hear ye! Make way for the badding of brioche, the sultan of sourdough, the lord of the loaves, prime member Dave!
Yeah, hi? Get up to 40% off with Prime Big Deal Days, October 7th and 8th.
Make smooth cuts with the Bosch Miter Saw. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
7-4 Reds, top of the eighth inning. This eighth inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877. Cars for Kids. That's cars dedicated to donate your car today. And designated hitters today by the Chicago Cubs. They're sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Book now, burn later, skip the rock. Patrick?
Well, Ron, you are also the winner in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Your guess, 23,500. The actual figure, 25,584. Let's see if the Cubs can rally late. Eighth inning, they're down by 3. Tony Santillan, hard-throwing right-hander, misses outside to Moises Ballesteros. Cubs need base runners, plural. The next offering is outside. Santillan having a good year. 74 games, a 2.51 ERA. You remember he pitches half of his games in this park. So anyone with a 2.51 ERA working half the time here deserves a tip of the cap. Ball 3 to Moises Ballesteros. And the pitch on the way. High for ball 4. Okay. Cubs have a man on. There's a good start.
As we've seen in this ball game, the last thing you want to do is free passes, not make the plays on defense the way this ballpark is playing tonight. And Cubs get a free pass here to start the eighth.
Ballesteros will be held by Steer, a very short lead. Dansby Swanson homered earlier as he checks in now. Santillan fires a fastball strike. This is a hard thrower. We're going to pass along a station ID after this next pitch. Unless there's an inside the park homer. Here comes the 0-1. Outside, 10 for ID. This is and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago sports, Rahimi, Harris, and Grody 10-2 on WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Swanson waits for the 1-1, takes inside. Dansby's homer, his 23rd of the year. Right now, he'd just like to get on. A walk would be fine. A base hit would be better. Plenty of Cub fans ready to get excited. Santillan, the 2-1. Lifted foul off to the right, out of play.
Hardest working player of the game today brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. You think hardest working players of the game. How about all the pitchers in this ball game today? The way the ball's flying. It is not an easy day to be a pitcher here at the Great American Ballpark tonight.
I always get the feeling watching Santillan, he's not afraid to challenge anybody.
Yeah.
He just says, I'm going to bring it. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can. Good luck. 2-2 on Swanson. Michael Busch is in the on-deck circle. Cubs trail by 3, 8th inning. Swanson swings and misses. That's out number 1. Again, nothing real fancy about Santillan. A pure power pitcher.
Yeah, he just rears back and throws a heater up and in to Gansby and throws that one past him.
Now let's see if Busch, as a left-handed batter, can do some damage. Steer playing in back of the runner, Ballesteros at first. And Busch takes a curveball for a strike.
And with Bushy at the plate, the meat of the order, presented by Chef IQ, Sense never under or overcook your food again. Purchase now at chefiq.com.
If Busch gets on, Pete Crow Armstrong would be the tying run. And Busch will check and take a strike.
97 miles an hour on the inside corner. Right under the hands of Michael Busch. To your point, he is rearing back and throwing hard.
Reds 7, Cubs 4, top of the 8th inning, 1 away with a man at first. And no balls and 2 strikes on Michael Busch. And the next pitch. Curveball down low. Let's see, goes back to the number 1 pitch right here, Ron.
Yep. Throwing 97 and you got good command of it. That's usually the best pitch in the house. You can command that kind of fastball.
And the 1-2. Inside, almost hit him. It's now 2-2. Sometimes there's a pitch like that, and your instinct is to get out of the way, but if you could have just let it nick you, it would have really helped the team. Here comes the 2-2. Swinging a bouncer to second base. McLean to second for 1. De La Cruz to first. Double play. Cubs do nothing. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Reds 7, Cubs 4. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds, like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get 1.99% APR on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Offers end September 30th. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Hey, Cubs fans, do you have a plumbing emergency at your home or business? Call the All-Stars at Plumbers 911. Available 24/7 at 1-833-PLUM-911. Licensed, highly trained plumbing professionals ready to answer your call. Call today, 1-833-PLUM-911.
Hey, baseball fans, now at Verizon, they are knocking it out of the park with low prices. Locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Only on a network you can count on. Slide into your local Chicago Verizon store today.
$20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rates. Additional terms and conditions apply.
The clearance event is going on now at American Sale. Save up to 70% on pools, patio sets, and more. The clearance event, only at American Sale. Bring the fun home.
The Out-of-Town Scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Top of the 6th inning on the south side, the White Sox leading the Padres 4-2.
What inning is that game, Zach?
They're in the top of the 6th on the south side. White Sox 4, Padres 2. Miguel Vargas with a 2-run home run is 15th.
Taylor Rogers in his second inning of relief. The tall left-hander working on Austin Hayes. Here's a roller out to short. A charging Swanson makes the pick, and the throw and gets him. Out number 1, 7-4 Reds, bottom of the 8th. 1 down, Zach.
Now the Cubs entered play tonight with a 5-game lead. They hold the top wild card spot in the National League. Got a 5-game lead over the Padres, the number 2 team. Meantime, top 3 in St. Louis, Pat. Cardinals leading the first-place Brewers 2-1. Lars Nootbaar with an RBI single for the Cardinals.
Spencer Steer batting. Steer has been the big man for the Reds. 2 home runs, a solo in the 4th, and a homer with a man on in the 6th inning. Now Rogers 0-1 pitch. There's one ball and 1 strike.
As for the rest of the board, Pat, top of the 9th inning in Pittsburgh, A's lead the Pirates 4-3. Lawrence Butler, a 3-run shot for the A's, his 21st. Braves all over the Tigers, 10-1 now. And that game has just gone final. Ronald Acuna Jr. with a 2-run home run. Orioles leading the Yankees 3-2, bottom of the 7th inning. Ryan Mountcastle going deep for Baltimore.
The next offering missing high. 3-1, Zach.
The Mets lead the Nationals 8-6. That game now in the top of the 6th inning in New York. Juan Soto with a 3-run home run. Number 42 on the year for Soto. Bottom of the 5th inning in Tampa. Rays 3, Red Sox 2.
Steer fouls it away. 3-2.
The Royals all over the Blue Jays. 10-1 now in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Rangers strike first. They've got a 1-0 lead over the Marlins. Middle 4 in Texas. Angels and Rockies tied at 3. Top of the 4th inning at Coors.
3-2. Curveball low and end, ball 4.
Mariners lead the Astros 1-0 in the top of the 4th. Also in the 4th, the Guardians a 2-0 lead over the Twins.
Zach, thank you. Feel free to jump in if there's anything noteworthy in, for example, the Padres game on the south side against the Sox. Here is Ellie De La Cruz. Homered as a left-handed batter his last time up. Now he's batting right-handed against the southpaw Rogers. His home run snapping a 43-game homerless drought. And he had gone 180 at-bats without a home run. The 0-1 is low for a ball, 1-1. That'll get you talking to yourself and waking up at about 3 a.m. and staring at the ceiling.
Yeah. I don't miss those nights.
I forget who it was, maybe Gene Mauch, longtime baseball manager and spent his whole life in the game. Good manager, just never won a World Series with the Phillies or the Angels. Came very close. There's the 2-1 to De La Cruz. And that's going to be ball 3. And he said, for every game in big league ball, there are 3 games. There's the actual game. Then there's the game you rehash with the media right after the game.
Mm-hmm.
And the final one is the one that wakes you up in the middle of the night and you start thinking about all the moves you could have made that you didn't make.
Mm-hmm. You kind of break that down as a player, too.
Same thing, isn't it?
Same thing. You know, it's not the moves you'd make, but the pitches you wish you'd have swung at or didn't. Yeah, same thing. Catch of the game today. That's sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Discover the weekend getaway in Des Moines. Only the S's are silent. Find all the fun at CatchDesMoines.com.
Now, Ellie De La Cruz waits for the 3-2 from Taylor Rogers, a swing and a foul back. Ten hits for the Cubs, but they're going to need some more to win this game. They trail 7-4 here in the bottom of the 8th. And now the payoff pitch, and that's going to be inside for ball 4. Taylor Rogers walking back-to-back men. And it'll bring up Key Brian Hayes. And it'll also bring Tommy Hotovy out of the dugout to talk to Taylor Rogers about this situation. I can imagine, Ron, you're in the bullpen. You've seen the whole game, and you've seen 5 Reds drives sail over the outfield walls for home runs. I could see where you'd be a little reluctant to throw too many strikes as a bullpen guy.
And I really think in that last at bat, Rogers threw a lot of pitches that were fringe strikes. They could have been called strikes that weren't, and didn't get any of them. And I know Rogers looked into him multiple times, like, where do you got that one? And I think Kelly's probably said something. He was none too happy walking out there to the mound from behind home plate, knowing that, he could have had, if there were 4 pitches right on the edges of the strike zone, he could have got 2 of them, and it's a different game right now.
7-4 Cincinnati, last of the 8th, 1 away, runners at first and second. Key Brian Hayes will take inside for ball 1. K-E''Bryan. There is a strike. And the count 1-1. Steer away from second. De La Cruz at first. Now the lefty Rogers ready in the 1-1. Lifted foul off to the right out of play. 1-2. What's on your mind here, Ron?
You got a couple options. I think for Rogers with that slinging left-handed delivery, Hayes was late on that last pitch. I would stay inside. I'd buzz him inside again with a good fastball, see if he can get the punch out.
That one just missed. And the count 2-2. I had a hard time deciding exactly what pitch that was.
That was a 2-seam fastball. Okay. Right at the top of the zone, just missed.
And the 2-2. Another foul, a changeup that time. Ball came in and it was off speed. The batter out in front just did make contact to stay alive. Glancing to the Cubs' 9th inning, they are going to need at least 3 runs to get even, and they'll have Crow Armstrong, Shaw, and Horner due up. Here's a bouncing ball to second. Horner goes to second once, Swanson to first, and that's going to be a double play. Beautifully done by Nico and Dansby, and the inning is over. We go to the 9th. The Cubs need to rally. It's the Reds 7 and the Cubs 4 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Being pregnant and finding out you had cancer. I'm Robin, and that was me. But my oncologist, orthopedic surgeon, and high-risk obstetrician at Northwestern Memorial Hospital created the safest chemotherapy plan. So I didn't have to choose between my life and my baby's.
Top ranked in Illinois for obstetrics and gynecology by U.S. News and World Report, Robin's team collaborated to deliver a healthy baby and mother, performing a C-section, then cancer removal the same day. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. Trusted by homeowners on over 10 million homes from coast to coast, they can give your home a beautiful design without compromising on durability and protection. They also know how important it is to support your hometown and root for the home team. That's why James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
It's time for Trash Day Nose Yoga with Hefty. Let's transform stinky scenarios with a joyful scent of Fabuloso. Inhale. You forgot to empty your kid's lunchbox. Exhale. A field of lavender. Inhale. Stinky leftovers. Exhale. Watermelon in the summer. That's the power of Hefty Ultra Strong Trash Bags with Fabuloso.
Hefty, hefty, hefty. Hey, Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. It's shaping up to be an historic season. To start making history with your business in Bedford Park, visit villageofbedfordpark.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Top 9. Reds 7 and the Cubs 4. The 9th inning is brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Emilio Pagan is the man on the mound for the Reds. He's got 27 saves. He let 6 other chances slip away. Hard-throwing right-hander Pete Crow Armstrong leads off the 9th inning. Cubs need base runners, plural. They trail by 3. Curveball missing for ball 1. Please stay tuned for the post-game show of Zach Zaidman's Verizon post-game show right after the game. Low and inside. 2-0. Are you taking a strike here, Ron?
I would say yes, I would be. Just you got to get base runners, so why not? If he's going to get behind in the count, and he really hasn't come close yet, why not? Tough play of the game. That's sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough.
Swing and a miss, 2-1. Walks to Cubs batter, sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Remember, a walk is free, a DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over. 2-1 on Pete Crow Armstrong. Bouncing ball to first, charging, picking a steer, unassisted play, out number 1. Crow Armstrong bounces out to first. And it'll bring up Matt Shaw. Reds trying to make it 2 in a row over the Cubs and take the season lead in the head-to-head competition. The two teams had split the first 10 games before tonight. Shaw had a 2-run homer back in the 4th inning. And this pitch is inside. At that time, that gave the Cubs a 4-2 lead. Shaw waiting for the 1-0. And he'll break his bat, checking his swing and fouling it off to the right. He checked his swing. He was left with just the stick handle in his hand. The barrel went out into the grass up along the first baseline. That was odd looking.
Yeah, I would agree to that. Is this a check swing? This ball hits, it almost hits him in the top hand, is about how far that ball came in. And all he's left with is the handle of the bat. And I mean, it broke 2 inches above his hand.
He takes a deep breath before stepping back in. A ball and a strike on Matt Shaw. And the next pitch by Pagan, fouled away. That was into the Reds' dugout area.
If they're going to throw it in your hands and break your bat, you might as well shoot one in their dugout and
scatter a few. Rarely do you see a guy left with just the handle of the bat in his hands. But that's what Shaw had a minute ago. Now the 1-2. Drill toward right center. There's a base hit in the gap. Shaw around first. He is going for 2. The throw to second, not in time. Cubs still alive. 1 away. 9th inning. A man at second. Shaw hustling into second with a double, so his second extra base knock of the game. Now if Nico Horner can get on, then the tying run would be at the plate.
Yeah, you just need to get one more guy up there. That's all there's to it. One more guy on base, and then, you know, anything can happen in this ballpark, as we know. That's for sure. We've seen it tonight, all the home runs.
Nico had a single in the 3rd. He pulls one foul past 3rd. Cubs have 11 hits. They're going to need some more to win this game. 7-4 Cincinnati, 1 away, top of the 9th inning. A man at second. Nobody has gone home. Now the 0-1 from Pagan. Swinging a liner down the left field line. Foul. Nico took off running, thinking it might stay fair, but it was fouled by several feet. And now it's 0-2.
Hit it good, but it just kept hooking. It got down about 100 feet past the third base bag. It just kept hooking into the seats.
Cubs need a man to get on to get the tying run to the plate. Ian Happ in the on-deck circle. Emilio Pagan ready in the 0-2 pitch. And Nico hits a fly ball to right, slicing foul. And this ball is going to be out of play. One away, ninth inning. Cubs trail 7-4 with a runner at second. And one down. The next offering. Line drive caught at third by Hayes. Out number 2. Sharply hit ball. Nico hit a bullet, but right to Ke'Bryan Hayes, and that's out number 2.
That's plays like that. It's things like that, that you look back, as we were talking about last inning about ball games. This ball's hit right on the button. If this ball goes down into the corner, Nico trades spots with Shaw. Now you get the tying run to the plate with Ian Happ.
Ian Happ batting, taking down low. Happ must reach to keep the Cubs alive on this Friday night. Suzuki on deck. Cubs trail by 3. The 1-0 pitch to Happ batting left-handed. Fouled away. Fans beginning to make a lot of noise. The scoreboard telling them to get loud. Cub fans are up and standing, hoping for a miracle rally. And the 1-1 to Happ. Swing and a miss. And now the Cubs are down to their last strike. Reds trying to make it 2 in a row. Two outs, 2 strikes, top of the 9th inning. And the pitch to Happ. Fouled away off the hands. Happ 2 hits tonight, a double and a single. If he can get on, Seiya Suzuki would represent the tying tally. 25,000 fans looking on and getting noisy. And the pitch outside, a check swing.
Good take by Ian on that fastball away. The pitch just missed the top of the zone on the outside corner.
Shaw leading down at second base. Emilio Pagan ready and deals. High fly ball, shallow center. De La Cruz out, Friedel in. The left fielder comes in, and Hayes makes the catch. And the ball game is over. The Reds have made it 2 in a row over the Cubs as they beat the Cubs tonight by a score of 7-4. And we'll be back with the totals and summaries in a moment on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, folks, Coom here. Since teaming up with the fine folks at Yuengling Beer, I've heard this question a lot. Ron, how has Yuengling managed to be around for 196 years? Well, it comes down to one thing. They brew great beer. Simple as that. It takes real quality to become the oldest brewery in America, and Yuengling's been doing it right since 1829. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, Flight by Yuengling, they all have the same commitment to flavor and